Hi, Jessica here. I just wanted to touch base a little bit, some questions I've been getting about cleansing, especially when there's a virus around or colds around, or how do I keep from getting a cold while I'm cleansing? So I just want to look at this in two different ways. One is that some people start to cleanse, and as soon as they do, they don't feel well. Their digestion goes off, and sometimes that can last a really long time for some people, and they get scared of cleansing. In this case, I recommend one of two approaches depending on the situation. So sometimes you do need a little consult to figure that one out. However, in general, there's the idea of just doing it really fast, doing a really more intense cleanse, which would be fasting, and hopefully with green juicing. I prefer that. I know that the water fasts can be really effective, but they need to be supervised. The green juicing is great because you still get protein and phytonutrients to help repair cells and flush out waste and keep the body revitalized while cleansing. So you can go really fast if you're someone who has a lot of issues with cleansing. Just try to get it done. And that may even take 2 to 3 weeks in some cases if there's a lot to get flushed. So if you're one of those people who, as soon as you start cleansing, you get a rash and a headache, and the rash keeps coming and going, your body's just kind of in this intermediate trying to cleanse and get things out of the system. So you might want to just push ahead as long as you're not having any too severe detox symptoms. Now, the other approach is one that you might take if you're worried about also getting sick, and I'll go into that in a minute. But basically, if you want to just do it slowly, eat healthy, but you don't have to go on an extreme diet. And what I mean by that is if you can just get rid of the main factors that are really hurting the body and really increase the main factors that support the body can heal under amazing circumstances given the right environment. So what I would say is eat lots of fruits and vegetables, and I mean like 75% fruits and vegetables, and get rid of all sweeteners. That means honey, that means maple syrup, that means sugar, that means alcohol. Look at your labels. Make sure that if you are eating something out of a label, it doesn't have agave in it. I would even be careful with stevia. And if it is in there, it has to be a low ingredient on the list. If you look at the bright line, a lot of people seem to do pretty well as long as it's the 4th or 5th and beyond ingredient. In a cleanse, you're just going to try to not eat things that have a list of ingredients in them. That would also mean dried fruits and dates, raisins, things like that. Don't eat those. So if you just want to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables, and have some grains, whole grains only, mixed in. And if you're going to add grains in, try and have them not be more than 1/3 of your diet. So you can do that proportionally by looking at your plate and saying, okay, I've got 50% or more fruits and vegetables. I've got protein, and what we think of protein. Really, greens have protein, but let's just think of it the way most people do. The protein might be beans. I'm okay with tofu, that kind of thing. If you are going to do animal products, I do suggest doing them in moderation. Think of them as a garnish. And if you look at healthy societies that live a long time, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but the people who eat the most animal products that live the longest, if you look at the Blue Zones information, they don't eat more than 3 to 4 ounces of animal protein 3 times a month. That's really so much less than what we do in most industrialized societies. So if you do this, if you're not taking a bunch of supplements, you're just eating lots of fruits and vegetables, and you've done just what I said, that is a good way to cleanse, and your body will go through some detoxing, but it won't be super severe. And if you feel like you just want to get it done with, like maybe some things come up with that you need help with, you could contact a health professional. I'm available, other people are available, or you could, within your own reasoning and talking to someone, a professional, you could do a cleanse to kind of try to push through the detox symptoms. The other part I wanted to talk about is getting bugs or viruses while you're cleansing. So this is not uncommon. Pretty much every time I would go and do a juice fast, I would get what felt like a cold. Some of it was just detox symptoms. However, some of it is related to your acidity levels. When you're detoxing, you're flushing. Your mouth is becoming kind of fuzzy. That's because bacteria is increasing in the mouth because it's become more acidic, because your body is flushing the acids out of the body. In petri dishes, acidic environments grow everything. They grow fungus and molds, and bacteria and viruses are generally more likely to proliferate in an acidic environment. So we want to make our bodies as alkaline as possible. And we want to do that through some of the things I've just mentioned. However, being acidic is going to increase your chances of getting a virus while you're cleansing. So what do? One thing is, if there is a really high pathogenic environment, like there's a lot of bugs and viruses around it, it may not be the time to do a super deep cleanse. You may just want to try to slowly lower your alkalinity. Some people do baking soda. There's not enough research for me on that to do anything long term. To try, and you can test your pH and see what that looks like. Seaweeds, those help alkalize. And then some people just kind of preemptively, during the time that they are starting to detox, like say day 2, 3, 4, if you've done a lot of detoxing before, your body goes into detoxing sooner. And then you might want to do something right then. So sometimes people will do nano silver sprays, oregano oil. It really increased vitamin C to a really high level, which the body doesn't absorb more than 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C per every 2 hours. So some people do it that way. There's a variety of ways to try to alkalize the body. If you're just like, look, I just want to get my system more alkaline because I don't want to be a petri dish for bacteria and virus and fungus, and I want to do that right now, just be aware that you could get a virus during your cleansing time, or a bacteria, something like that. So you'd want to preemptively, maybe for the first week or two, do something like take herbs. We have a wonderful immune shield, which is a mixture of glycyrrhiza, thuja, thymus, or you could do the silver. There's a lot of ways to do it. I usually also take chlorella tabs and up that during that time. But if you start feeling detox symptoms coming on, or you start getting that fuzzy mouth, that's an indication you're getting more acidic and you need to be more cautious. Hand washing, going out in public. It's best just to detox at home during that time if you can. I hope this was helpful for understanding when should I detox if there's a lot of pathogens around, and if you're someone who has trouble with detoxing, maybe some suggestions on how to deal with that. All right, take care and enjoy your day.